have so many books, I don't even know sometimes what to do with them all. So many things, so many gadgets, so much stuff that I'm not even sure what it's all about. But I know that all the gadgets have a purpose. They all are supposed to do something, but I don't always know exactly what to do with it all. And sometimes that's the biggest problem for the creative, is you have so much stuff in your head, and then you get into a room and you think, okay, maybe I'll try this, or maybe I'll try that. And you're never really sure exactly what to do. Like, what exactly is it all for? You know it's not supposed to be just for you. You know it's meant to be shared with the world. But you sit in a room, or you're reading books, or you're listening to stuff, and you're thinking, what is it all for? What am I supposed to do with it all? So most of the time, we as creatives end up just sitting around, maybe in a backyard, just thinking or writing or wondering, well, maybe just my idea isn't that good, or maybe I'm just out of my mind. So maybe you felt the same way, like you're just not even sure of what to do next, and you think, oh, well, I need to pray more, I need to read more, I need to do this, I need to do that, and yet inside, you know exactly what you're supposed to do. And that's exactly where I'm at. For all these years, I've just been trying to do this and that and the other, and then you have these moments where it finally all just clicks, and God gives you the clarity, and you feel that everything that you've been about and you've been reading and you've been thinking about, it all finally makes sense. And then of course there are some that may not understand or may not even believe in what you're doing. But it doesn't really matter, because you know that this is something that is just within you, that it's about helping other people, that it's about rescuing the people that are without God, without hope, without a family, without income, without a way to find meaning once again. So you end up seeing your church or your house or your family just fall apart one day at a time. And you begin to wonder, wait a minute, what is my role? Is it time for me to actually make these dreams a reality? But then it takes work. It means struggle. It means you have to stop doing other things. It means that you have to actually care enough to work hard and to sweat and to sacrifice everything. And you think, oh, well, you know, I have so many other things to do, and I'm so busy, and I'm so stressed out, and there are so many obstacles, and we have to pay the bills, and you have to meet these deadlines, and you have to do the homework, and you have to pay your rent, and you just think of all the reasons why you can't move ahead. You begin to think, maybe I haven't prayed enough, maybe I haven't read my Bible enough, maybe I'm just having one of those crazy days, or I just got inspired by some crazy video, and I shouldn't really do this, and you second guess yourself, and that's just not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to step into that risk, into that legendary calling that is inside of your heart, because the minute that you do, the minute that you inspire others, then everything changes. Because the inspiration is not just for you, it's for the sake of 1,000, 1,000,000 people, or just one. It could be just one soul that needs to be inspired by you. But here's the thing, you got to stop doing it alone. You and I need to stop creating, living awesome lives by ourselves. I used to be in a band years ago. It was an awesome, awesome band. We used to practice all the time, write music, play in the church, do things on the side. It was just a great time. And then I lost that. I lost those friendships. All I want to do now is, in some ways, just have a band once again. Not maybe just of musicians, but of creatives. I just want to have friends, people that want to do great things together. Want to take a risk, want to paint a wall, want to just go out for coffee and everyone pay for each other's food, just to support each other. Acts 2, talks so much about how in that day everyone was united, was of one accord, and the fire from heaven came. It just fell, and everyone had new dreams and new visions. Maybe in 2018, Acts 2 looks like people just gathering in a room and having coffee together. Maybe it looks like a group of people creating content that is inspiring, that touches the world, that maybe helps somebody else, that gets someone out of their room where they're alone, using borrowed gear or stolen gear, or just doing whatever it takes to get their music out or their passion out, and instead they can come out from being alone and and be of one accord with other creatives. And then also comes the crisis of anxiety and fear and depression and shame in our past. Because the very gift that we have of being creative is also our very curse of feeling like we don't belong, to second guess ourselves. And then the practical people come and they begin to ask you a million questions about details and about the budget and about all the thousands of things that you don't want to think about. You know you need to. And then the whole process just falls apart and it ends, and you think, well, what's the point then? Maybe I'll just go back to being alone and just creating content in my room by myself. And you lose that dream that you had. And thousands of people suffer because you lost your way. Maybe it's time to take all that information, all those books that you've read, all those videos on YouTube, all those podcasts, all those sermons, all those moments alone inside your head. Maybe it's time to get it out and to play with other people, to actually make a band, to work together, to collaborate, to innovate together, not just by yourself, but to work with other people and to innovate together so that we can inspire each other and encourage each other and not feel alone and not feel like it's never going to happen. And each of us has the potential to make a difference in the world, especially these days through technology and mental health services and through fitness and nutrition and eating right and working out and creating a business and finding ways for creatives to be sustainable and actually build a company. And instead of watching all the videos alone and then just writing things on your notepad by yourself or on your note app on your phone, what if we actually could just simply come together with no agenda but to simply encourage each other to create and to be legendary, to change the world through our loneliness, and yet to turn that loneliness into power, into joy, into experience, into practice. The tools of yesterday were different than the tools of today. We can't use the same tools, the same vehicles. We need brand new vehicles. We can't just improve the vehicles of the past. Imagine if Henry Ford had been convinced to just make a faster horse. Instead, he created a brand new vehicle. We need to create brand new vehicles. Stop improving your life and start creating a brand new you. A brand new you. And don't do it alone. Do it with other people.